Yo, what up my beautiful G's, and welcome back to a new video here on the It's a Waste Graffiti YouTube channel. Today don't have an intro, we're gonna hop straight into the painting because we have lots of work to do, and let's talk about it. This was a commissioned piece by a dude that's making a sticker book. So this sticker is designed to be a double pager inside of his book. I didn't overlap the stickers in the middle, and they are taped together on the back. The concept behind this piece are two classic metal albums. A Real Dead One by Iron Maiden and Peace Sells But Who's Buying by Megadeth. And the background is combined the two album covers going into each other, and I twitched the design to my liking a bit. And then we have my graffiti piece in the middle behind the characters. The characters are overlapping the letters a little bit. And the color scheme of the letters is inspired by a piece I did earlier last year. The video is called "Is This the Best Graffiti Color Scheme?" And it's this piece. So as I talk about in the 1K special that I actually still have to record, but I know that I will talk about it, I don't paint a lot of character stuff, and doing these Iron Maiden characters or the Megadeth one, it's a little bit cartoonish, but it's still more realistic. It's a really nice style that I like. Also big inspiration for me when I started doing art at the beginning. Album covers are a great way to get color schemes and stuff like that. I really like it. Sad that albums aren't what they used to be. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt from the Megadeth album in this video. I just noticed that. So I'm giving all the buildings in the background gray layer first, because I don't have a lot of good markers, only a lot of paint markers. And I knew I had the right pink. I did the gray first to make the buildings still stand out, but still have the same color, pinkish red, that will be in the background. And after that we will get to paint with some acrylic paint, just because I didn't get the right paint marker colors and not the right normal marker colors, so I had to use some acrylic paint on this one as well. Also started with everything in the background first because I knew that there was a chance that I will ruin something in the background and that I couldn't fix it. So I had the background first, then I will do the piece a bit till the outline, but I'll explain everything later. Everything I tell about brands is not paid for, so it's my real opinion. And yeah, this black pencil that you see me using is a Posca pencil, and I really like this pencil. It's my favorite pencil, and I need to get some more of those Posca pencils to check out if they're all really good or if it's just the black that I really like. Always when I see some pencils, I try the black ones because that's the one I use most in my sketching. It's just nice to use to get some 3D in your sketch. I use it on top of my normal markers, on my paint markers. I can use it on everything. It's really a great pencil. The marker with the transparent lid on top is a blending marker, and I use it a lot. Of course, for blending. Blending the normal markers and blending the pencil with those blending markers really works out very nice. And almost everything else is painted with paint markers that I mix myself with. Either One for All from Molotov or the acrylic Montana cans fill stuff. I like those, and I also use the water-based markers from Loop. And I think some Poscas. I basically have something of every brand because I always try out a lot of different brands to see what I like the most. For the spray painted effect, I taped off a little bit of my sketch, sprayed some spray paint, and then removed the paper and did the upper part, blending with the brush and the marker, and then continue with the top. A little bit more spray paint, and then we jump into the outline colors. Rid of as many white spaces as we can. How farther I start to come into a project, the better I start feeling it and what I want to do with it. Gives me some time to think how I'm going to paint character stuff that I'm not used to. I created this piece in about 3 days. How more work there's done, the better I feel about finishing the project. And it doesn't end up like a canvas in my studio for 2 years that is not finished. That last little spray fading is done. And now we jump into the outline color. And you might think this is not it for me. Let me tell you, when the 3D and the shines are done, you're really gonna like this. At least I do. These brown colors are really nice for making the piece look like it has a gold outline. And later on, when we add all the 3D stuff, you will see that it becomes a really nice color. But now it looks a little bit like peanut butter and jelly. And we want that purple and gold. This has to be one of my best stickers I have ever made. And while I was doing these outlines, I was constantly second guessing myself. Yeah, can I do this character stuff and blah blah blah. But at the end, I really like how it turned out. Don't want to bother you with more outlines, so let's go to the characters right now. Because I have the character here and the character on the other side, I did these small shines already on the piece. Also here, because I don't want to ruin that while I'm working on that. It's finished and I have to touch up that stuff. You probably messed up, so do that first. So come back to it later. Now we are going to start with the first character. The first character is Fake Rattlehead from Megadeth. And for the people who don't know anything about metal music or rock music, the frontman of Megadeth is the first guitarist of Metallica. I think everybody knows Metallica, of course. And the concept idea behind the character Fake Rattlehead, his face is a little bit messed up if you take a look at it. And you can see that his mouth is hooked closed, his ears are covered and his eyes closed as well. It's a symbol for censorship and also for see no evil, hear no evil and speak no evil. Or as we say in Dutch, horen zien zwijgen. And of course I could tell you anything about the Fake Rattlehead mascot, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to bore everyone that doesn't care. When I'm working on something like this, it's really easy that I'm completely copying this thing. I already know where all the darks go, I know where the shines go, I know where the lights are and everything like that. So I just start filling the image from bottom to top. And for the things that are in the front, I do them first and do the things that are like how the suit is working. The arms are in front of the person, so I start with the arms on the left side and then I work to the right side because I'm right-handed, so everything on the left can dry while I'm still painting the other side. I do my light tones first on some places and some places the dark tones first. Pieces that are completely black, I color in those in straight away. And there's a lot of blending, a lot of using the pencil to make some shadows and nice fadings. Slowly I start to feel the character and I think it came out great. This one is definitely the one I liked more than the one on the left side. We go into the tricky part, the face. The face is so small, it's not even bigger than my thumb. And then it has all these small details like the bolts on the metal plates around his eyes, over his eyes, and the little hooks in the mouth. I really like the shading on top of the head. I think it came out great. Let me know what you think about this character in the comments and we will jump straight into the next character. And that is Mr. Eddie. Eddie from Iron Maiden, it's their mascot. He appears on every album cover, every single, all the t-shirts from Iron Maiden. It's a really well-known character, and that's why I like to paint it a lot. Most of the times when I paint the character, it's Eddie. Eddie, it was original created by Derek Riggs, a really cool artist. Seen plenty of his work, but his most known work is creating Eddie in all of the original album covers. I don't know if he created it for all the album covers of Iron Maiden. Well, Vic is more a skeleton man. Ed is more like a zombie G, and I think that works great to the advantage of Iron Maiden, that they can use it anywhere. He can be more skeleton-like, he can be more zombie-like, he can be more people-like, he can be more alien-like. They did it all. And I would say that behind a lot of graffiti artists that inspired me in my life, I think that the Iron Maiden album covers is one of the main reasons I even started making art in the beginning. In my brain, it was so crazy that someone could think of something like that. And I think that every band that has a mascot is inspired by Iron Maiden, for sure. Back to talking about graph again. Oh wow, graph style artworks. I started with a little bit of the mouth, and then I went into the t-shirt. And then we started working on those hands. And hands are so tricky. I don't like painting hands at all. I started playing around with the right one because it has the most surface, and as I told you in the beginning already, I like to cover as many space as possible, as quickly as possible, because then I can really see what I'm doing. I'm using exactly the same techniques as in the fake one, but the colors are a little bit different, and I'm using a lot more of the gray normal markers, except for all paint markers. The fake one was more paint marker than this one. I really like the way the left hand came out, so you will see me going back and forth in between the hands a little bit to make them match. I really like to work on these priority mail stickers. The only thing is that the red line in the middle is not so nice on the teeth, so I covered up the teeth completely with white again and started over making the teeth without the red line in the middle. I started with filling all the spots inside of the face, like the eyes and the teeth and the mouth, and then I started with working on the texture of the skin in Eddie's face. I didn't put the microphone from the album cover in this piece because it didn't fit really with the concept, and the headphones, I kept them on because I kind of like the aesthetic of the headphones being on. On the original album cover, he's singing inside of a booth, and you see the window behind him on the right, and I flipped that design and put the window on the left side. And instead of doing the whole studio wall, I thought I'd make like a broken down building with the window still in it and the burning people behind. Of course, there are a lot of details inside of the face. The pencil came in really handy. I like it when it has a really sharp point, so having an ashtray around is always great for sharpening your pencil. Even if you don't smoke, I suggest to get an ashtray for inside your studio. Tons of grays, tons of blending the gray marker in with the brush, lots of blending. Now we finish up the character with putting the hair on top of Eddie's head, and then we will jump into the shines on top of the piece. I was very satisfied with all the white spots being filled, and I could finally finish up this piece. There's not much left to do on this one. We only have to finish the shines, the 3D blocks, shines on the outline, shine on top of the shine, and we have to make some fighter planes in the sky. And of course the signature It's a Waste lighting effect in orange. And if you're still watching this video, you're absolutely a legend. Put the sunshine emoji in the comments so I know that you have watched this whole thing. Color schemes are definitely the thing that I can think about all day. Which outline color can be really nice with this fill-in, or which fill-in with this outline color. The people that are watching my videos for longer know I like purples a lot, I use them a lot. Brown outlines has been a thing for me last year. You don't see a lot of people doing brown outlines, so yeah, that's for me already a reason to do it. And I really liked how it looks on this sticker, especially with all the characters. There was already a little bit of brown in the Megadeth one, and I think it carries out the brown through the whole image. I think it fits with the background color, I think it fits with the fill-in. Really makes the piece stand out, but still fit in. I'm definitely doing a video about color schemes and whatnot. For the outline color I used some Molotov pens so I can read the colors, so you exactly know what I used. The exact colors for the outline is ochre brown light, and for the darker tone it's lobster, and the shine color is Sahara beige pastel. I also used normal white on top of the shine and some dark pencil underneath the piece and a brown pencil in the corners of the shaded 3D blocks, just for the parts that I was feeling like it needed a little bit more. As you can tell, the sticker had a lot to overcome. It had been pretty beaten up by the amount of paint that went on it, so you see it roll up on some parts, and that's why we'll put it underneath some books later on to make it flat again. The little airplanes give it a little bit extra in the background, and I really like it a lot. Sometimes it's just really those small details that can make the whole image. So let's finish up the lightning effect, and I will thank you guys for watching this video. To the sticker dude, thank you for ordering a commissioned piece. And if you like something from me, you can DM me on Instagram. Link is in the description, always. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye! Waste out.